Hi, I'm Lina Nielsen, and today I'm going to take you through a power yoga class focused on the glutes. So it's going to be a nice normal vinyasa flow with a bit of power movements, and we're going to focus on strengthening and stretching the glutes, and it's going to be loads and loads of fun. So when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to get started in a Malasana or a yogi squat somewhere towards the middle of your mat. So I'd recommend taking the feet nice and wide, so maybe towards the outer edges of your mat, and then we're slowly going to come into a squat. I'm going to lift my heels here just because I'm not warmed up or open just yet. You might feel the same or you might feel super open. So once you're here, I'm just going to bring elbows to the inside of the knees just to push them out, and then I'm going to bring palms to touch and thumbs to heart center. So this is going to be our starting position, so already quite a power pose. And we're going to take 3 to 5 breaths in this position. I'm going to guide you through it. So once hands are at heart center, we're going to take a huge inhale. And when you inhale, I want you to think about lifting the torso up. So nice lengthened spine, and exhale. Good. Deep inhale, think about having a nice tall spine, and exhale. You might already start to feel the glutes start to work. We're going to go one more breath. Take an inhale and exhale. Good. As we next inhale, we're going to lift our hands up overhead. Good. And as we exhale, we're slowly going to come up to standing. Woo! Feel the glutes working. Slowly heel toe your feet to touch, the big toes touching, heels slightly separated. And we're going to bring the palms to face forwards in our mountain pose. So we're still towards the middle of our mats here. That's going to come to make sense in a little bit. So take a huge inhale and exhale. Just relax the shoulders, maybe drop the tongue from the roof of your mouth, finding a sense of calmness. So take another inhale. Good, and exhale. Nice. As we inhale, we're slowly going to take hands up to the ceiling. Maybe introduce a small arch in the back. And as we exhale, we're just going to drop into our ragdoll position or a forward fold. I'm going to leave my hands to hang heavy, or if you feel like it, you can grab hold of opposite elbows and come into that ragdoll position. So I'm just going to stay here in my normal traditional ragdoll position here with the hands hang heavy. And what I love about this pose is that it's slowly going to activate the hamstrings as well. So even though we're working the glutes, we want the hamstrings to be working as well. They're going to support what we do with the glutes. So really nice to open those and activate them as well. Nice. So slowly and gently, we're just going to bend the knees, and we're going to bring the knees down to the mat. Good. And this is why we're in the middle, because we want that space, okay? So what I want you to do is just slowly maybe walk the knees back so that you have space to plant your palms down. We're going to keep the feet flexed in this tabletop position. Good. And as you next inhale, we're going to extend the left arm, extend the right leg back, coming into a Superman position. So as soon as you're in this position, dorsiflex the foot, and you're going to feel that right glute engaging. We're going to hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly bring both limbs back down on the exhale, and as you inhale, we extend the right arm and extend the left leg back. Again, dorsiflexing that left foot, engaging the left glutes. Going to hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly bring both limbs back down. Good. Okay, from here we're going to take a nice small cat-cow. Keep these feet flexed. Keep the feet flexed. God, let me start again. Sorry to whoever's editing this. Okay. So from here, we're going to keep the feet flexed. Good. And then as you inhale, we're going to drop the belly, drop the spine, finding cow pose. And exhale, just round the spine, pushing the floor away into your cat pose. Nice. From here, come back into your neutral tabletop. We're just going to extend the left leg back, plant that foot down, extend the right leg back, plant that foot down, come into your high plank position. Take an inhale here. Good. And as we exhale, we're slowly going to lift the bum up into downward facing dog. Our first one of the practice, so maybe slowly pedal out the feet, dropping one heel at a time. And we're slowly going to start to warm up the body with our traditional sun salutations. Good. So, a few more movements here. If you feel like it, you can find your stable downward facing dog. We're going to hold for an inhale and exhale. Good. As we inhale, roll over to high plank position. Good. Exhale, we're going to drop the knees for this first round, relax the feet, and exhale, drop chest and chin all the way down to the mat. Good. As we inhale, finding your cobra, or if you feel good already, maybe upward facing dog. Any back bend that feels good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. As we inhale, come up high onto the toes. Look forwards, and as we exhale, we're going to take 10 really small steps towards the top of the mat, coming into your halfway lift. So straighten the legs, straighten the back. I bring hands to the shins or maybe just above the knees. And exhale, forward fold. Good. As we inhale, we're slowly going to plant the palms down. Usually we'd come up to stand up, but we're going to create some heat here. Plant the palms down. As you exhale, come back into that high plank position. Good. Hold here for an inhale. And as we exhale, option to drop the knee or maybe go for that half press up, lowering the chest down. Inhale through to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Option to pedal out the feet again if you feel like it. Otherwise, find that nice stable downward facing dog for one inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, we're going to either step or jump to the top of the mat. Good, find that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Starting to create heat in that body. Again, as we inhale, we're going to plant the palms down. Exhale, huge step back with the left foot, then the right foot, high plank. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, either drop the knees or go for half press up. Good. Inhale through to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Create that heat in the body. Working the muscles now. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Good. Next inhale, we're going to bend the knees, look forwards. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Good. Find that halfway lift. Straight legs, straight back. Exhale, forward fold. We go last round here of our varied sun salutation. So as you inhale, plant the palms down. Exhale, step back with the left foot, then the right foot. Find high plank position. Hold for an inhale. And exhale, option to drop the knees or go for half press up. Good. Inhale through to your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're going to stay here for one inhale. And as we exhale, just drop the knees down. Big toes touch, relax the feet. Find child's pose, so bum reaches to the heels. Take 3 full breaths, just to bring that breath back to normal, back to natural. And also to bring that focus, the calmness back before we really start to get into the main part of our power flow, working the glutes. So we'll take one more moment here in child's pose. And exhale. Good. As you next inhale, slowly roll up to your tabletop position. Flex the feet, and as we exhale, downward facing dog. Good. As you next inhale, we're going to bend the knees, look forwards. Huge step or jump to the top of your mat. This time we're going to come straight into chair pose. So bend the knees, bring the bum down, hands lift to the sky. You're going to feel the glutes start to work straight away. Good. Holding here for 3, for 2, and 1. As you next exhale, bring palms together and hands to heart center in your chair pose position. So from here, as we inhale, we're going to twist towards the left. Bring that right elbow outside of the left knee, hooking into twisted chair. So use that elbow as a lever to twist yourself just a little bit further. And once you're here, make sure one knee isn't drifting forwards. We're trying to keep both knees stacked, facing forwards, so really engaging the glutes. Hold for an inhale. And as we exhale, slowly come back to center. And then on the next inhale, we twist to the right side this time. Hook the left elbow outside of that right knee. And again, make sure one knee isn't drifting forwards. We're keeping everything stacked and centered. Holding for one inhale. And exhale, come back to center. We're going to do it again. So this time as we inhale left, twisting to the left rather, hook that right elbow outside of the left knee. Okay, we're going to find a stability challenging transition here. So slowly and gently just shift the gaze to your left big toe. Slowly and gently as you inhale, we're going to lift the right heel off of the mat and then maybe the right foot. If you want to, you can take baby steps, but we're going to transition, if you can, with that foot lifted into a twisted high lunge. So that left glute is going to be working. So finding this twisted position here, so however you got there, hold for an inhale. And then as you exhale, we're slowly going to drop that right knee down. And give that left glute a nice little rest. Keep that right foot flexed, however, we're going to need it. So from here, I just want you to inhale, bring hands up above you into your normal low lunge. I was going to say high lunge, low lunge position there. Good. And stretch the right hip flexor just for a moment. Good. And exhale. If you can, maybe just drift the hips forwards a little bit more, just to stretch that right hip flexor. Nice. And exhale, we're going to cactus the arms. So bring the elbows down. Thumbs are going to be in line with your ears. So that's where you want to be. Nice cactus position. Okay, we're going to challenge stability again. So stay with me here. On your next inhale, you're going to come back into a high lunge. So inhale, we lift up. And again, feel that left glute working. From here, we're slowly going to reach hands forwards into arrow lunge. So we're going to find a nice diagonal line from the heel of the right foot towards the thumb on the right hand. Nice. And exhale, we're just going to plant the palms down to frame that front ankle, lifting that right foot as high as we can take it. Standing splits, giving that left glute a little bit of a rest, and now stretching that left hamstring. Whew. My left glute is feeling it. So at least I know that we're working those glutes. Good. One more moment here in standing splits. Good. And then as gentle as a feather, as you exhale, we're slowly going to bend the left knee to slowly plant that right foot down, finding ourselves into a warrior two. Just going to switch sides. Good. Nice. So from here, elbows are in line, hands are active, so extend all fingertips. Good. Warrior two, drop the shoulders down. Good. As you next exhale, we're slowly going to bring the left forearm to plant onto the left thigh, right hand up and over, extended side angle. So this is again another exercise for that left glute. I promise it's the last one. So stay with me here for an inhale. And exhale, good. We're just going to slowly bring both hands down to frame that front ankle. And once you're here, we're going to take that left glute back. Left glute. Let's start again. I'm so sorry for editing this. Oh, it's a lot to remember. Okay. Where was I? Okay, I'm going to bring my fingertips down. Okay. And so from here, we're slowly going to take that left foot back to meet the right in our high plank position. Good. Stay here for an inhale. And vinyasa as you exhale, either drop the knees down or go for that half press up to lower down. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're going to go through the other side. So as you next inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. Step or jump to the top of the mat, back into chair pose. Hands lift. Nice. Slowly exhale, palms come to touch, thumbs down to heart center. Good. And this time, we're going to twist to the right. So from here, using the core strength, We're going to bring that left elbow to hook outside of the right knee. Nice. From here, as we inhale, just shift the gaze to your right big toe. We're going to lift the left heel off of the mat. And then slowly, if you can, lift the left toes. And if you want to, again, you can baby step to take that into a twisted high lunge. Otherwise, maybe make it one smooth step coming into that twisted high lunge. Good. So holding here for an inhale. Good. And then as we exhale, we're slowly and gently going to drop that left knee down and give that right glute a nice rest. So as we next inhale, both hands come up above you into your normal low lunge position. So this time we're going to stretch the left hip flexor. And as we exhale, maybe just shift the hips forwards a little bit more. Good. Nice. So slowly as you next exhale, I want you to cactus the arms. So again, thumbs are going to be in line with your ears. Bring the elbows down. So we keep that left foot flexed. Again, we're going to find that tricky transition. So from here, as we next inhale, we're going to lift the left knee off of the mat, come back into your high lunge position. Good. So again, we're working that right glute. Good. Hold for an inhale. Good. And then as we exhale, we take hands in front of us, arrow lunge. So this is going to add more weight onto that right glute. Our center of mass is shifted forwards. You're going to feel the right glute really engaging. Hold for 3, for 2. Remember, diagonal line from the left heel to the left thumb. And 1, slowly and gently frame that front ankle. Lift that left foot high to the sky, standing split. So we're giving that right glute a nice rest, stretching the right hamstring. Hold it for 3. Woo. The right glute is really feeling this for 2. Nice. And 1, slowly and gently, like a feather, we're slowly going to plant that left foot back down to the mat, coming into warrior 2 again on this side. So again, shoulders dropped. We're one line from the right thumb to the left thumb. Good. And again, engaging that glute. Good, warrior 2. The classic yoga pose. From here, as we exhale, right forearm comes down to the right thigh. Good, palm faces upwards. And then left hand up and over into your extended side angle pose. So this again is going to be using that right glute. Last one on this side, I promise, so stay with me here. Good. Hold for 3, for 2. And 1, this time, instead of coming down to the mat, we're going to come back up to standing. And we're going to straighten both legs, bring that right foot to parallel with the left. So we're in this wide stance, almost like you're about to do a wide-legged forward fold, but I'm not going to be that kind to you today. I'm actually going to get you to get both toes pointed to the corners of your mat. So you're going to find this kind of weird wide stance, and we're going to work the glutes once more. So once you've found this position, your feet are going to be about 4 feet apart. We're going to cactus the arms once more. So again, thumbs in line with the ears. And as you next exhale, we're going to bend the knees and come into goddess pose. So you're going to feel this in the glutes straight away, and I'm so sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. I want you to get stronger. So we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. After about 2 breaths, it's going to hurt. So 4, left. See if you can drop a little bit more. Now, if you're a seasoned yogi and you feel nice and balanced, perhaps one heel lifts, maybe the other heel lifts, challenging that balance, challenging the core, the glute strength. 3, you've got this. I'm gonna bring my heels back down. Trying to not let the knees drift in. 2, 1 more full breath. Okay, we've got this. Maybe sink a little bit lower for that final breath. And 1, shoot back up to standing. Bring both feet to parallel and hands to the waist. Good, as we inhale, chest lifts, look up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, slowly fold forwards, coming into your inversion of today's practice, and also a nice little rest for the glutes after that excruciating goddess pose. Good. So you can stay here for 3 more breaths. Logan just gave a nice little sigh out, showing you how to let out that exhale. 1 more breath. And exhale. Good. From here, we're just going to walk the hands towards the top of the mat. And we're going to go through a nice vinyasa. So once you're here, we're going to step whichever foot's in front to the back to find high plank position. Hold for an inhale. And exhale, either drop the knees down or go for that nice half press up. Inhale into your back bend. And exhale into your downward facing dog. Nice. Hold for one full breath. And exhale. Good. From here, bend the knees, look forwards. As you exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Nice. And find halfway lift. Straight legs, straight back. Exhale, forward fold. Good. From here, we're slowly going to bring the palms down. Just bend the knees so much so that we can start to come to sit down on our mat. So, however you want to get there, just slowly and gently just bring the bum down to the mat. So from here, you can either do some small movements. I'm just going to sway my legs side to side. Good. And once you feel nice and comfortable, we're going to come to lie down on our backs with the knees still bent, soles of the feet on the floor. Once you're lying down, I just want you to see if you can brush your heels with your fingertips. So tickle your heels, that's how far away you want to be, finding correct alignment. We're going to go into bridge pose, but we're going to add a nice variation to it. So as you inhale, just suck belly button into your spine, so nice neutral pelvis. And as we exhale, we're going to lift the bum all the way up to the sky and hip bones as high as we can take them. So from here, pressing the left foot down into the mat, as much pressure as you can add, we're going to lift the right foot off of the mat. So coming into single leg bridge. So really lift that hip bone as high as you can take it. We're going to hold for an inhale. Maybe extend that leg that's lifted. And exhale, bring that right foot down. Good. Pressing the right foot down this time. So add as much pressure as you can. Engage the glutes, engage your hamstrings. As you exhale, lift that left foot off of the mat. Single leg bridge on this side. So you can play around here if you want to extend the left leg, or holding for one inhale and exhale, bring that left foot back down. So that pressure that you added on each foot, we're now going to add both of the feet. We're going to add pressure to both of them, pressing down into the mat. And once you add that pressure, you can really start to think about lifting the hip bones a little bit more, squeezing the glutes, really engaging all of those muscles. They should all be switched on at this point, so really make the most of it. This is the final glute strengthening exercise we're going to do, so let's make the most of it. Take one more inhale and exhale. Come back down to the mat. Once you're here, just squeeze knees into the chest. Ooh, and relax. Nice. Good. So from here, I just want you to just release that left foot back down to the mat. We're going to externally rotate this right thigh, so twisting to bring the shin parallel to the top of your mat. Good. And we're going to rest the right ankle on the left knee. Once you're here, you're going to thread the needle so that right arm goes through that gap that you've got, and either grab the back of the shin or the back of the knee. I'm going to grab the back of the knee. If you feel more flexible, you can grab the back of the shin. Good, and as you next exhale, we're just going to pull that left knee into the chest, and you're going to feel that right glute stretching. Lovely, lovely stretch. So we've worked the glutes, we want to make sure they're nice and warmed down. So we're going to stretch that glute. Hold it here. So holding that knee into the chest. And remember, with every exhale, the body does relax. So if you feel like you could just squeeze in a little bit more of a stretch, just slowly bring that knee even closer on every exhale. Good. 2 more breaths. Good. And one last breath here on this side. And exhale. Good. Slowly and gently just plant that left foot back down to the mat. And then slowly release that right foot down. Ooh. Okay, so slowly and gently, we're going to do the same thing. So lifting that left knee, we're going to externally rotate that left thigh, bringing the shin to the parallel position. And then once you're here, just let that left ankle rest on the right knee. And then thread the needle again, either grabbing the back of the thigh, or if you feel nice and open, the back of the shin. I'm going to grab the back of the thigh. And as you exhale, slowly pull the knee into the chest. Oh, so my left side always feels tighter than the right side, especially when I do glute openers like this. That's completely normal. So if you're like that as well, don't panic. It's completely normal to have imbalances in the body, and that's why we do yoga. We're trying to balance out those imbalances. So if this was me about 2 years ago, I couldn't even get into this position on the left side. That's how much difference there was. But just through practicing yoga and understanding where you hold these imbalances, you can really start to shift awareness into correcting them and just making the body nice and unified. Okay, so remember, with every exhale, you can pull that right knee closer a little bit. And at this point, you might start to notice that you feel a little bit calmer, that the heartbeat has come down, the breath has slowed. So this is good. So this is our winding down part of the practice. So we want to tell our bodies that we can relax now. One more breath. And slowly just plant that right foot back down. And again, release that left foot down. Ooh, glutes feel great. Good, so from here, we're just gonna squeeze the knees into the chest. Nice. And then slowly and gently, what I want you to do, slowly let go of the knees. We're gonna cross that right leg over the left. So just try to cross it as much as you can. And then from here, as you exhale, we're gonna drop both knees to the left side. So, that's gonna stretch that right glute a little bit more than a traditional supine twist. So I love to finish power yoga classes with a supine twist. They are great for signaling to the body, to the mind, that we're done moving. This is the time to relax. So I'm gonna stay here for an inhale. It's okay, Loki Bear. And exhale. This is one of my favorite supine twists, just because I feel like it stretches everything from the knee to the side of the glutes, all the way to the lower back. Nice. As we inhale, we're slowly gonna come back up to center. We're gonna uncross the legs, and then this time cross the left over the right. And then again, we're gonna drop both legs down to the right side. So again, I mentioned that my left glute is tighter than the right most of the time. That supine twist on this side felt different. So again, in your own bodies, maybe taking a mental note of what feels good on what side, what feels different, and take a mental note. One more inhale. And exhale. Good. So slowly and gently, we're going to bring both knees back to center. Again, this is a power yoga class, so we're going to finish in a power pose. So I want you to rock backwards and forwards to find momentum to come up to seated. I'm going to face you. So from here, what I want you to do is we're slowly going to bring the shin on the right side to be parallel to the top of your mat. I'm horizontal here, so the side of my mat. And then we're slowly going to get the left ankle to rest on top of the right knee. Now from here, you can stay in a position like this. You might be here like me, but we're slowly and gently going to relax enough to bring that left knee as close to the right ankle as we can. So even me, I'd like to call myself a seasoned yogi, I cannot bring my left knee to touch that right ankle. Now, a lot of people you'll find will be able to do that. But the goal here, this is also known as firelog pose, by the way. The goal here is to open out the glutes so much that we can bring that left knee down. So eventually it might make it. So we're gonna finish on these poses. We're gonna do one on each side, and we're gonna do 3 full breaths. So I just want you to slowly blink the eyes closed. And we're going to try find some relaxation. If you want to, you can bring your hands to both knees or slight ankle, palms face upwards, and find that kind of meditative pose. And this is a really weird stretch. We're actually stretching the external rotators on the left glute. So it feels really weird because it feels quite deep, this stretch. But it's very, very beneficial, especially if you're someone who suffers from a little bit of sciatica. One more breath on this side, and then we're going to switch sides. Nice and relaxed. Okay, so what I want you to do is slowly just lift that left ankle off of the right knee and switch sides. So we're going to bring the left shin parallel to the top of your mat, and again bring that right ankle on top of the left knee. So you might be here, you might already be right knee on the left ankle, but we're slowly going to make our way to a nice open position. So I'm a little bit more open on this side, so my right knee comes down a little bit closer to this foot, and again you can bring hands to both knees, palms face upwards. 3 full breaths. Good. Feeling that relaxation, nice way to close the practice, nice way to finish here in a glute stretch for a glute power class. One more breath. And you can sigh out this exhale. Good. So I almost made my knees close to that foot. So from here, just slowly come out of that fire log pose. Again, it's quite intense. And this is where I will leave you. Thank you so much for flowing with me in today's power yoga for glutes class. It was a lot of fun to teach. I hope it was a lot of fun to do, and I will hopefully see you again on the mat sometime soon.